everyone, my name is Nana, and I'm here today to do a Let's Get Moving activity for nutrition. And I'm going to go into exactly what you need for the activity and how it's going to work. But I just wanted to say that I hope everyone is keeping safe and well, and that even though some days may be harder than others, hopefully activities like these help bring a little bit of positivity in your life, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into it. For this activity, you're going to need 2 to 3 pieces of paper, a pencil, something to act as players on a board game because we're going to be recreating our own board game. And let's see, any coloring pens, pencils, crayons, markers, if you have them, just so you can get a bit creative while you're making the board game and have some fun with it to make it your own. So to start, what you're going to want to do is take one of your pieces of paper and you're going to want to just draw out kind of a snakes and ladders type layout of a board game. So I'll take a stab at it. My drawing skills are not going to be very good, but I went for sort of a curved layout for my board game, but you could really do anything. And then you just want to divide it into the spaces. And feel free to make it super, super big or long or curvy, or you could do it more straight and rectangular. You can really make it whatever you want. So have fun with that. And the longer or the more spaces you add, the longer the game could go for. So that can kind of be fun on its own. And then you just want to label the end and the start. So I've done that. And just before I continue, the cool thing about this game is you can play it by yourself, you can play with someone else, or you can play it with a couple people. And in that way, I think it's cool that it can kind of be flexible and you can make it fun in that way to do with others or by yourself, depending on what mood you're in for the day. So now that I've made sort of my base layout for the board game, I want to add some other things to it. So some shortcuts that Snakes and Ladders also has. So I'll add one here. And let's do one maybe right here. Okay, so these are kind of acting as my so-called ladders in the game. And now we want to try and add in those snakes, the ones where if you land on a certain spot, you have to go backwards. And so for those ones, you can put them anywhere. Again, I'm going to add a tricky one at the end line, and I'm going to signal my snakes by dotted lines, but you can do it in any way that you want. So if someone were to land right here, if someone were to land right here, then they would have to go all the way back to this part of the start, which would not be fun, but it's a part of the game. And feel free to add more ladders and snakes depending on how big your board game is. Again, it's totally up to you. If you do have coloring crayons, pencils, markers, like I mentioned before, you can get funky with the colors, which is super fun. You could add some maybe fireworks at the end, and you could color them however you like. Just get fun with it. You could do little designs at the end. So maybe I want to do something like this on this square. I'm sure you guys will have much prettier designs than me, but that's just kind of something you can have fun with, and it's cool to spend some time doing this and just get your creativity going and have some fun making some art and making your own board game. Now that we've got that going, we want to get into what the nutrition part of this board game is going to be. So you want to choose either an apple or a banana as a symbol. I'm going to go with an apple because I'm very bad at drawing, and an apple is practically the only fruit that I know how to draw. So I'm going to choose apple, and I'm going to put apples in a couple areas on this board game. I'll put one there, put one here. Let's do one here as well. And another one here. Again, this is super free and up to you, so you can really put them anywhere you want, however many you want. You could do apples and bananas, or you could choose different fruits that you want to put. Now, what will happen is if you land on one of these apples, what's going to happen is that you and your partner are going to have to play a game of charades. So if I land here, so this is my little player. If I land here on this apple, what has to happen is the person that I'm playing with has to come up with a fruit that they want to draw and that I have to guess. If I guess it in under 10 seconds, then I don't have to do anything else and I can stay where I am. If I don't guess it in under 10 seconds, then I have to move back one square. Now you can change this up and you can say you have to move back 2 squares or 3 squares, whatever you're really feeling. And you can even add on other things like if you guess it in under 5 seconds, then you actually get to move up 1 square and you don't just have to stay in that square. So that's what happens if you're playing with someone else. But if you're playing with yourself, what you could do is just challenge yourself. So think of a fruit and try and draw it on your own and practice your drawing skills and maybe just store it for later and see if you get better at it as you go through the game drawing these fruits. And what is really good to do is when you play that charades game or when you're drawing the fruit on your own, try and think of ways that you like eating healthy fruits. Do you like eating them alone? Do you like eating them with other things? When are you usually in the mood to eat fruits? What kinds of things do you like eating with them? And the reason why it's important to think about these things is so we can get into the habit of eating more fruits and incorporating them into our meals because they're very good for us. They're filled with vitamins and minerals that we all need. And it's really important to think about how you like eating them and how to incorporate them into your diet. So that's the kind of conversation you can have with yourself, or if you're playing the charades version with a partner, talk about that fruit and think about how each of you like maybe eating it in the same way or in different ways, and you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other and then move on to the next part of the game. So that's how we're kind of going to get some nutrition into this version of snakes and ladders or apples and banana. There's one thing that we also need to talk about, which is how do I roll dice or die if you're playing this game and you don't have them. What you can do is just get a piece of paper. It could be anything really. A sticky note, a scrap piece of paper, even a paper towel, and you can take it and section it off and then just write the numbers that would be on a regular die, and then you can just cut along the lines and mix up those papers and then pick out a number from the paper to tell you how many spots you're going to move forward. And if you're playing if you're playing with a larger board game, then you can even go up to 12 or you can go up to higher numbers, whatever you're feeling and however would be fun for you. So yeah, that was my version of snakes and ladders with nutrition. Hopefully you enjoy it, get creative with it, have fun with it, enjoy the process of creating the board game. Think of other challenges you could add on to it. Maybe you want to add in some physical activity bits, you totally can. You can make up parts where people have to do 5 jumping jacks if they land on it, or you can come up with another portion of the board game where you do quizzes for each other and things like that based on nutrition facts. And so there's a lot of opportunities to make the game however you want it and have fun with it in that way. And once you're done, you can get started, roll the die and play and see who wins. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll be back later with another video. I know that we're putting out a lot of other videos in the next couple of days, and hopefully, they help you guys and that you have fun with them. So, see you guys later.